Welcome to my How to Move Abroad Step by Step series. Thinking about moving abroad but don't know where to start? In this video, I'll give you a clear step by step roadmap so you can plan your move without stress or overwhelm. I'm Sean, Queen of DC. I'm a full-time solo traveler. I help women design their lives to move abroad, guiding them to plan and prepare for a smooth transition. If that's your vibe, subscribe. I get asked all the time, how do you move abroad? How much do you need to move abroad? Today, we're going back to the beginning, step by step process of moving abroad. I've shared a lot about my life abroad, but not enough about how to actually begin. The majority of you are catching me in the middle of my journey, and this life was designed with intentional choices and real trade offs. This is a beginner overview. I'm not going deep yet, just giving you a roadmap so you can see the process clearly before taking your next step. There are 7 steps to this process. Step 1, know your why. Before you think about countries, visas, packing, you have to know why you want to move abroad. Ask yourself, is it a slower lifestyle, less stress, cost of living, a fresh new chapter, curiosity? Why do you want to move abroad? And I'm going to tell you why that is important. Your why matters because it guides every decision you make later, especially when you start to feel uncomfortable or unfamiliar. You run up against challenges, obstacles. Your why is your guiding light. My why, I wanted to explore the world. I wanted to learn new languages because I was good at learning languages. I went to Paris in 2016 to run the Paris Marathon, and that changed my life. I fell in love with Paris. I could see myself living in Paris one day, living abroad, and that got the wheels turning that one day I would live abroad. So that stuck with me. I started to build that into my life that one day this will happen. I was actually proactive about it. Every year I would go to Paris and practice my French, immerse in the culture, and I was serious. I was a French student. I paid for classes, I paid for a private tutor. I was serious. I started designing my life that one day, I didn't know when, I just knew one day I would live abroad. That was my why. And let me tell you how my why is my guiding light. When there are challenges, when I overpacked when I first left the USA, I was so overwhelmed. The luggage, oh my God, how can I do this? I didn't think to go back home to stay. All I wanted to do was go back home because I was close, rearrange this bag, and get back out on the road. And that's exactly what I did because my Wi Fi was crappy. So I had to get a device, my travel Wi Fi. The link is in the description box below. I will not travel without my Wi Fi. I've been all over the world. It has not failed me once. Back to my why. I wasn't torn just because it didn't work out. I overpacked. I didn't get distraught in terms of I'm just going back home and stay. No, I left. Even when I got back, I was worn out, burnt out, tired after 6 months of travel, just wanted to rest. It wasn't on my mind to come back to the US. No, no, no. I'm out here. My why is my guiding light. If this particular place doesn't work out, I don't like this particular country, I move on to the next. I am going to figure it out, but I'm not going back because my why is to explore the world for me. It's all about me. Knowing that that is my why and that's guiding me, honey, I'm gonna make this work until it can't work no more. You hear me? I am not going back. I've noticed that people are having a really challenging time when things are going wrong. For example, the visas with Thailand changing their visas. I'm listening to these stories and people are so distraught and they're like, I'm gonna go back home. A lot of people to me are followers. And so you cannot be a follower. You come out here and move abroad, have your own why, have your own reason why, and know who you are. Some people you might have to leave behind. I noticed that some couples, when they come out here, they end up breaking up. You'll hear one say, well, I didn't really like it here because they were doing it for someone else. Their why was because of someone else. Their heart wasn't in it, but they were doing it. Sometimes you can follow others and it be a success, but deep down, this is where your issues come with, I want to go back home. I don't want to do this anymore because you don't even know why you're out here. I'm not going to get on my soapbox about that. Know your why. Don't be a follower. If you got to dig deep down inside, dig deep down inside. But let it be for you because your why is your guiding light. It'll take you over when you're at your lowest. It will pick you up. It will give you new direction. It will be the fuel, that spark you need to move on to the next place, to figure it out. That is what my why is for me. Hopefully your why will guide you in the same way because you gonna have some issues out here. You definitely gonna have some problems. I love my life. I love being here, but crap happens. And I just deal with it. I never even think about going back home. Why? Now that's when I'm like, why? Why would I? I know you get overwhelmed and you may even get homesick. I talked about the hard part. I talked about my housing issues with I had bugs in one Airbnb and then a leak in another Airbnb. And when you're traveling constantly, that can be overwhelming. But it never crossed my mind that I want to go back home because I know my why. Just be true to yourself. And if your why leads you back home, that's perfectly fine. Be true to yourself. Step 2, choose a country that fits your life. Don't just choose a country because it's trending on social media. Pick a place that fits your daily life. Think about the pace of life, the community, the language, food, weather, those things that matter to you. And for me, I just had to explore different places because I had no idea that Vietnam would capture me the way it has. But there are many other places that I've enjoyed and love and would like to go back to. It doesn't have to be just one place. So think about all those things. And some of the best places people don't even talk about, they're not trending. Give yourself time to explore and don't feel rushed to have to settle anywhere. Just enjoy as you explore where you would like to be and how you would like to live. The right country actually supports the life you want. Step 3, understand visa basics. Every country has different visa rules and they change often. Right now, just know what options exist and what is realistic for your situation. This is about planning, not panicking. For example, Thailand. Thailand got people all uproar because they're enforcing their visa policies. And Thailand changes. It always changes. Ever since I've been going there, they change the rules. You're like, wait a minute, you just gave me 60 days. And then someone else the next month got 30 days. So they change fairly quickly. Got to stay on top of it. I'm seeing these videos. I got kicked out of Thailand. I got to go to Vietnam to get my visa. They didn't have the right visa. The school wasn't properly doing their paperwork. All kind of drama. That is something you definitely want to stay on top of. For example, in Vietnam, might not be your cup of tea if you don't want to exit the country every 3 months. If you don't get an education visa, a work visa, or a business visa, then you have to leave the country every 3 months. They have a 90-day visa for Americans and other tourists. Each country is different, but for America, we get up to 90 days. And if you have a family with kids, you might not want to have to leave every 3 months. So those are things that you pay attention to as you design your life and how you want to live. Step 4, get your finances in order. Is that what they do? Get your finances in order. Clock it. You don't need to be rich. You just need a plan. Okay? And that's the number one question I get all the time. How much do I need? You don't even work. How much do I need to live that life? I don't make enough. I don't, they don't even know how much they need. They have no idea. You do not have to be rich to live this life, but you do have to have a plan. Know your savings, monthly budget, and comfort level. My comfort level is high. I can't do low. I can't do low. I can't do low. I got to factor that into the budget. Budgeting helps you enjoy your new life instead of stressing. Here's the real deal. Moving abroad is a lifestyle shift. It's not a vacation. I'm not going back to a job to recoup those funds that I balled out on vacation. No. So it's funny when people give their hotel recommendations. I stay here. I'm not paying $150 a night and nowhere. That ain't my budget. Y'all know I'm like Tommy. I ain't got no job. So I am calculated. I am not spending all willy-nilly $100 a night at any accommodation, okay? That has to be planned. Budgeting allows you to enjoy the experience instead of stressing through it. And I'm not a budget traveler, but I'm not paying $150 tricking it off just like that either. Gotta be planned. You want to make sure you can enjoy the experience. That's what you want. You don't want to be stressing. No, you come in here to chill. You want that soft life. You want peace and ease. That's what you're planning for. That's why you have to have a plan. Okay, get your pen and paper. How much do you need to move abroad? On December 27th, I'll be teaching a Money to Move Abroad workshop where I'll show you exactly how to calculate what you need to make your move abroad possible. You'll learn how to figure out your actual move abroad number and get answers to all of your questions. I'm excited to show you the exact method I use to move abroad, and I've been living here 3 years. I'm always asked, how much do you need to move abroad? How can I do it? Listen, I can show you better than I can tell you, because you can do it for yourself. You're going to have to do the work for yourself. It's not as hard as you think. If I can do it, you can too. You just need to know how. You are going to be surprised by the actual amount of money you need to make this happen. This workshop is limited to 6 people only. I want to keep it small, intimate, and focused so everyone gets personal attention and real answers. To register, click the link in the description box below or visit queenofdc.com under programs. I am excited about this workshop. I look forward to working with you. This is going to be good. Step 5, prepare key documents. Make sure your passport is valid. You have enough pages. Get your passport card if you like. I use it as a form of ID, so I don't have to take around my license. If I lose the passport card, it's not a big deal. Organize your documents. Digitize any documents you think you'll need later. This saves time, money, and frustration abroad. If you need your diploma, transcripts, birth certificate, start organizing all the things that you may need for your life abroad. Step 6. Plan for your arrival. You don't need everything figured out before you go. Start with temporary housing, phone plans, transportation, and essentials for the first few weeks. Give yourself space to land and adjust. Catch your breath. Enjoy the scenery. Enjoy the vibe. Look around. Don't rush into anything. Number 7, expect an adjustment period. Culture shock is normal. Feeling uncomfortable is normal. If you've recently retired, it will take you some time to adjust. It may take you a year. Listen, it has taken me 3 years really to find a flow abroad because I was always moving. I'm changing locations. I'm out of a routine. In DC, I had a routine. And moving all around the world, the food is different. The environment is different. You have to adjust. It will take time for you to feel comfortable and at ease and get back into your pace of things, physically and mentally. Don't get me wrong, all of this feels good. I'm at ease, but you're out of a routine that you're used to, so you have to adjust. I've been in America how long? All my life. I'm moving to a whole new world. So give yourself some grace and know that this is normal. I tell you what, I can be as uncomfortable and out of a routine and fussing because I don't have my routine and I missed this, I missed that. I ain't going back. I'm not that uncomfortable because I know my why. You don't have to do everything at once. Moving abroad is a step-by-step process. Those are the 7 steps. This video is a starting point of my beginners series on moving abroad. I'll break each step down in detail, so subscribe if moving abroad is on your heart. Be sure to hit that bell for notification of my next video. If you're planning to move abroad, be sure to get a copy of my How to Move Abroad guide. When you register for the Money to Move Abroad workshop, the How to Move Abroad guide is included. If you need help with logistics, whether traveling or moving, and have specific questions, you can book a Pick My Brain session. To sign up, the links are in the description box below, or you can visit queenofdc.com. I'm excited about this Move Abroad series. I hope you join me. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share. Leave me a comment. Until next time, y'all. Peace.